Interesting. Let's see here. Hello. Can you see my screen and or hear me right now? I'm hoping both, but I'm not sure. It's just coming up as an error on my side on YouTube, but then OBS is showing that I'm live. So not sure. First time running YouTube. Hopefully this works properly. Might run into some technical difficulties. All right, we got both. Fantastic. Then let's jump into a match right away. 2-1. This is just a league that I started a little while ago. Gonna finish it up. Thanks for stopping by, Enrico. Can I show the list? That's a good question. I think it's more or less what I 5-0'd with more recently, except I added a Dothy Voidwalker as a fourth. And what did I drop? Oh, I dropped Turok. And that's pretty much it. So, um, and then my main board really never changes. It's been pretty consistent for the last little while. I've liked it. So, all right. On the draw. This is keepable. Polluted Delta Pass. Uh, I think I'm just gonna Thoughtseize here, as much as I want to find a land. I don't know what my opponent's really doing with Polluted Delta Pass. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Uh, Hideous Laughter sucks. Murktide's gonna be great. So yeah, I'm just gonna take Hideous Laughter. I can get this Murktide out when they mill me. And that Drown in the Lock also gets turned off, so 7-2. That's fantastic. Glad to know that the list has been treating you well. It's been really good to me. I think once you get comfortable with your sideboarding plan, generally knowing what to cut and just consistently being repetitive with your game plan over and over, it's a really good deck. So I'm happy that other people have been picking it up and seeing good success with it. All right, borrow, use land. All right, preordain. So I think I want to put shadow on the bottom. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely putting shadow on the bottom. So I'm just going to be sending it to the bottom anyway when I fetch and go for a consider. And if they go for a mill, it's just pointless. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would highly recommend that. Yeah, I don't know what's on top of my library, so I'm fine for you to do that. Push, push, land, Thoughtseize. Not terrible. Uh, this. We will see if they want to drown this. Which, I mean, realistically, I'm perfectly fine with if they do. They drew an archive trap. Definitely should have fetched last turn. Double archive trap. Okay. So drown is their last card. Tron, Valakut, Coffers. Yeah, I mean, honestly, all of them. I mean, Valakut, maybe not so problematic, but all right. So Murktide Regent is going to have to get the job done here. Um, although I am kind of tempted. So let me see. 15 cards in library. If they draw a fetch land, basically they need 3 fetches. No, they need 2 fetches and a land. They can bounce the Oboro. Hmm. I think I'm just gonna drown. I'm gonna drown this crap now while I can, and just hope they hit land here, and kind of take over the game. It's just, come on, man. Trap, trap. You got it. You got it. Might have been a bad fetch. Should have fetched in my end step, I guess, but that just seems pretty unlucky. All right, so Tide Binders are going to come in great against really the Field of Ruins, and technically they can shut off the crabs. I don't think I really care about Shouldered Edict. Stern Scolding's kind of a little niche-ish. Like, it hits 8 of their creatures. I really haven't figured out the mill plan. I don't run into it enough to really care that much. Otherwise, I'd just have a Shuffle Titan in here. Um, I think I'll also just jam that in and submit, not make any trims. That is one thing that I do like to do against mill, is just make their life that much harder. Obviously, it makes hitting lands a little bit more difficult, but in this case, it seems to be just fine. Uh, Undercity Sewers. Okay. So as long as they don't have just a shit ton of archive traps, I'm feeling pretty okay, but not really sure. They might take that. They do not, so definitely fetching. What were the changes you made to the sideboard, Enrico? Probably a fatal push. I mean, if they want to push that, save my Death Shadow from dying, so. Surgical extraction. Interesting. On stubborn denial. Only have 2 of those in the deck, so. I was just asking us, am I not loud enough? If I'm not loud enough, just let me know. I can turn up the volume a bit on my mic. Ooh, very good draw. Very good draw. So Undercity Sewers, I think I'm just gonna keep whatever it is on top of my deck. Definitely want this Consider out of here. Preordain. And then I guess polluted delta. Oh, yeah, I was just asking what changes you made to the sideboard. Snaring bridge. All right. There's the scrabble I can. Swinging for three. I guess I'll just hold up the bowmaster. Kind of hope they can't multi-spell here and just try and race. Fatal push. Yep, yep. Fractured 17, no me for 14. Okay. So I still have Odawara. I still have Borrower, so still some good draws. All right, so I can Thoughtseize, get the Shadow out, and then hopefully, so long as they get stuck, I can actually swing for lethal. All right. Yeah, Hercule's Recall is definitely something I'm thinking about putting back in the deck. Uh, Drown in the Lock on Bowmaster. Okay, it's kind of annoying. Gonna keep this. What lands do I have left? One Watery Grave down, so should still be one Watery Grave left in the deck. And still an island. But I need that island for this Field of Ruin. Um, no, I should still have access to Borrower. I think I'm going to top this, draw Tishana's Tidebinder, see what they want to do. I assume I'm just going to be losing my land here. Guess not. Wow. My opponent has drawn some pretty nice cards off the top, but I guess I'm not just dead to their mill, so can't complain too much. Okay. Soul Guide Lantern. That's fine. Oh, wait. Otawar is in the graveyard. Alright, so then I just have a Brazen Borrower. Okay, come on. Hey, Mathieu, hello. How's your day going? Glad you could make it. Bouncing Oboro. I assume that means that they drew a crab. So if they drew a crab, then technically I actually want to tie binder this, let them play out the crab, and then if they go to Field of Ruin, I can fetch and shock and dismember the crab. Oh, or they just do that, right? That's right. Silly me. I was stupid. Yep, come on, man. 3 month the last. Nice, very nice. Sorry guys, I'm trying to pay attention to this right now. I haven't been as I'm still getting used to streaming. I don't pay as much attention to the chat as I should. But that's fantastic to hear. Glad that the deck's treating you well, Mathieu. All right. That tag doesn't really matter right now. Fractured sanity. All right. So my only out to win this game at this point is Brazen Borrower. I can dress down hoping to draw it here, or I can hope that it somehow ends up in the last 3 cards of my deck. Uh, I don't know how the math works on that, to be quite honest with you guys. I don't know if it makes more sense. It probably, I mean, the odds are they just hit it, right? I think I'm supposed to let them do it, and then, yeah, it's in the middle of my deck. There was no way I was getting there. So, it is what it is. Losing to an ensnaring bridge. Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah. pretty sure the last card in my deck can't get me out of this, but I'm just gonna play it out to see. I don't know what it is. Not paying attention enough to everything that's in my graveyard, but I'm pretty sure I only have Brazen Borrower and Odwara. Hideous Laughter. No. What is it? It's Death Shadow. Alright. Cool. That was lame. Yeah, I think there's been some successful lists that splash green for Pick Your Poison. I know Sockers has been seeing some success with that, and a couple other people in some of the different discords have picked up similar deck lists and done well with it. I mean, Pick Your Poison is a very strong card, so I get why people want to do it. I personally think that Dimir is perfectly fine without having to splash. Um, I also haven't tried it yet. I've been meaning to, and maybe I'll do that in kind of this next league that I jump into here, just to kind of test it out and really get a sense for myself. But I really feel like just straight Dimir without any splash can handle pretty much all of the meta as is, at least to my satisfaction. That's you, if you don't mind me asking, where are you from generally? It's a French name. I'm French Canadian. Well, both French and English. I'm in Montreal, but grew up in New Brunswick, so I'm always curious when I see French names. This is tough, but I do think I'm actually going to keep this on the draw and just trust that the deck can actually draw land. That's not a land. Oh, New Orleans. Nice. Okay, that makes sense. Actually, my ancestry, so like the Cajuns and the Acadians, which is what my ancestry is, are actually from the same lineage. So that's cool. I've not been down yet, but it's been a place to go check out that I've been wanting to really go see. All right, I'm going to assume against Yawgmoth here. Definitely not Yawgmoth. Um, all right, so push dismember can handle all of that. I actually think I care most about tribal flames. Yep, that makes a whole lot of sense. That's pretty cool. Very cool. Sweden as well. I again never been. Definitely a place I've been wanting to go check out as well. Want to do a kind of tour of Europe. How long have you been there? All right. Well, this is just fatal push. Dash a Ragavan. Please don't hit a land. All right. Thank you, Ragavan. Very useless card. They drew that Arid Mesa, so Their hand is Brawler, Bolt, Overgrown Tomb. Juan, what's up? Thank you very much. Again, appreciate you coming to check it out. Decided to change it up, go to YouTube. I mean, I already have more of an established following there, so I figured I'd try it out, see how YouTube treats me. Oh, come on. All right, well, I'm going to hold Fatal Push for the Ragavan they presumably intend on dashing. Yes. Okay, so Death Shadow could be a wall. Well, no, I guess it's going to trade. That is terribly unfortunate. That's what you get. Keep on land. Sometimes the deck just doesn't get there. Bolt my face. Do you have another bolt? Oh, okay. All right. Um, so I took out Hibernations. I'd been running into this matchup a lot less. Um, how do I want to play it now? Well, that's very nice of you. I might have to take you up on that offer if I do make myself, or if I get myself on a journey to Sweden. Yeah, I really wanted to kind of just travel to most of that area, Finland, Sweden, really all the kind of, um, I guess, from kind of Central Europe all the way into kind of that border of Russia. There's a lot of cool places that I've never gotten the chance to check out, so I really want to go see that when I can get the opportunity to. Uh, Shoulder's Edict, I think, is the only thing I really want. Yeah. So one Bowmaster will come out and one Drown in the Loch. 9 years though, that's a long time. What made you want to move there in the first place? All right, way better hand. Definitely gonna keep this. Feel good about it. Oh, I guess I didn't notice that Jinkitha was there. Yeah, I was not paying attention to the fact that they had Jinkitha as a companion. Whoopsie. We'll preordain. Actually, no. If they keep Ragavan, well, no, I've got Shoulder's Edict. Yeah, we're gonna preordain. Basically, if I didn't have this Shoulder's Edict, I would be holding up Fatal Push for Ragavan and then holding up Counterspell for a presumed Scion of Draco, because I cannot let that hit the battlefield. But because I have Shoulder's Edict, I'm a little bit less concerned about it hitting the battlefield. I don't think I need a second Counterspell. Kind of need to find another land, so I'm gonna keep this consider. Came for love, stayed for everything else. I get that. My wife's actually American. She's from Indiana, and can't say she came to Canada for love, but she found it, and it's been a good, what, almost 6 years now. So I completely understand that from at least the overall perspective. No play the shores. I'm not in a rush to lower my life total, and if I want to, I can use this flooded strand to go get the underground sewers or undercity sewers. I can never get that name right. Um, yeah, so I'd much rather use this fetch land as kind of more utility than just fetching and shocking because this Death Shadow's not coming out anytime soon. Gonna just play patiently. And Shiva Brawler, so I'm just gonna fatal push that and consider. Definitely want to keep a fatal push. Scion of Draco. Yeah, I'm just gonna counter this, I guess. Okay. They don't have the land though, so would have been nice to Shoulder's Edict, but I was not risking them being able to hit a land drop and have Stubborn Denial. Um, yeah, Sewers. 4 cards in graveyard. Do I want that? I don't think I do. That's a better draw. All right. So Thoughtseize, see what's going on. Ragavan. Okay, they did have the stub, so very glad that I counterspelled just in case they had the land. Um, mind binding. Well, hold on. Yeah, no, I can't put out Death Shadow yet. Also, what time is it in Sweden right now? I feel like it's super early, or super. Well, I guess early in the morning at this point, or maybe just super late at Friday night. And then again, kind of not fetching and shocking. Like I'm just trying to play patient. This Death Shadow is dying to this Tribal Flames. Um, so I just don't want to get carried away and put myself in a vulnerable position given their current hand. I want to be able to kind of tailor my hand to what they're doing. Orcish Bowmaster will be nice. Dismember I will also take to be able to lower my own life total to where I can start to manage things with this Death Shadow. Yeah, we'll do that. 10 minutes till midnight. Gotta work at 8. Ah, damn. Well, that's too bad. Oh yeah, she's kind of on the Michiana line in well, she originally from Goshen, but most of her family has moved to Elkhart, so kind of just not far away. She worked at Notre Dame for a little bit before coming to Canada, but she went to IU. So yeah, been all over Indiana. It's actually a pretty nice state for what it is. Obviously, a lot of cornfields, but I liked it more than I thought I would. Territorial Kabu. Uh, all right, so no land is good news. I think I want to get this Bowmaster out and then just Children's Edict away. Uh, hold on. No, no, I definitely want to be dismembering now. Oh, you're from Kentucky? Nice. I'm watching the golf tournament actually while this is also happening. That's happening in Louisville. Actually, considering at some point in time maybe moving to kind of the Bloomington area. We'll see how that goes. But for now, Canada is where we stay. All right. Yeah. So 4, 5, 6, 7 puts me at 7. they have a lightning bolt and the fetch land, I just kill myself, so I'm definitely not doing that. I will dismember. Although, do I even want to do that? Because they just tribal flames. Tricky. Hmm. Nah, I'll do it. If they want to point that at my Death Shadow, I will accept. I will accept. Leyline Binding. Alright. So Tribal Flame, Stubborn Denial is their hand. Oh, nice. Very nice. I mean, wild, absolutely wild events that happened this morning. But yeah, no, it's always good to see some good golf being played. I love golf. Um, all right, so just getting in, not much I can do here. Trying not to die to tribal flames. Also, what's the magic seem like in? Okay, uh, definitely going to see if I can hit a counter spell here. I don't really want to have 5 damage. All right. Oh yeah, what's the magic scene in Sweden like? It goes away. Flash and Bowmaster. Eight cards in graveyard, so this John the Lock basically hits everything except for their Scion. Perfect. Shoulder's Edict, counter the stub. Why not dress down in my combat step? I don't fully remember the board state. Did I have a I don't. The shadow that I had out was summoning sick at the time, and then uh, they leyline binding it before I could actually swing. Otherwise, I don't know if I missed something completely, but I don't think so. Maybe I did. Uh, Either of these things. Yeah, no, neither of these things. Perfect. Nice. Nice. You have like a lightning bolt. What is this? Plain swamp forest. His leyline binding? Nope. Just run it back. I'll also likely be playing the Sunday Super Challenge in the morning, which I think starts at 7 a.m. Eastern time. So should be a good opportunity to just play a lot of Magic for the day. This is tricky, but I'm going to keep it. It's obviously a lot of card selection, but if they just have a super stacked hand, I'm kind of in trouble. Yep. 16 players a week, that's pretty nice. Always nice to see some brews in there too. Okay, all four preordains. Well, so long as my opponent isn't just absolute gas from here, mind you, they didn't have too great of a start. I feel pretty good about where I'm at. I really hope this is just a stubborn denial on a preordain. Nope. Uh, so I'm very tempted to keep this Shouldered Edict as my second card. But I'm very concerned about a Dashed Ragavan just making it no longer in my deck. And I'd rather have it there that I can shuffle back into. Like, what are the odds they have a Dashed Ragavan? Hmm. No, I'll keep it and just hope they don't have the Dashed Ragavan. I mean, it's not the end of the world if they do. They can't do anything with it, but I lose a very good removal spell. Look at this. People in the chat being able to connect. Love to see it. All right, just a Scion. So, where is he? Go away. Go away. Shiva Brawler. Um, hmm. So yeah, I'm going to dismember this for 4, hold up counterspell on the assumption that they've got Stubborn Denial. They do not. I guess I will just hold up counterspell. I feel like they have a very interactive hand. Probably like a Leyline Binding, maybe 2. Hey, hey, welcome to the stream. Yes, glad you could catch it for a little bit. You know, Friday nights are tough, I think, for most people, but my wife is at a bachelorette party for the weekend, so I am trying to take as much advantage of my free time as I can to kind of bring you guys some content. So glad you could check in for a little bit. Okay, companion to hand. So companion to hand, either they've got just lands and interaction and needed a threat, or I mean, tempted to hold double counterspell, but it doesn't seem like it's the right play under the assumption that they only have a Jingitha or Giganta, however it's pronounced. Top, top. Again. Oh, baby. Okay, so top, top. Hold up counterspell. Full of Mirror Breaker. Interesting. I didn't even realize they played this. Anyone know if that's normal? I feel like I've not seen Fable ever played. Is it like a sideboard option for them for grindier matchups? I've been away for a bit, but I don't know. That's new to me. Okay, so going to be drawing a fetch land. I am just going to be playing it out and not fetching and doing anything because I want to be able to interact to however they intend on dealing with these shadows. And I don't, again, want to put myself in a spot where I'm potentially dead to some just burn. So I'd rather they try and point stuff at my dash shadows and be able to respond to it by fetching. Plus, it's better as a utility land sometimes. Uh, oops, I'm sorry, guys. I 100% meant to lead on a preordain there. Um, but I mean, the chances that they do anything too problematic. All right, I like both. Take the Thoughtseize. Now the question is, do I play out both Death Shadows and just go for the win, or do I Thoughtseize and hold up Counterspell? But then I have to shuffle away. Hmm. So I know they've got a Giganta. They only have 1 white mana available to them, at least right now. think I'm gonna Thoughtseize, hold up Counterspell, because they can't bolt this. Okay, so they do have Bolt, Leyline Binding, Giganta. So Leyline Binding goes away. Bolt, Leyline Binding, Giganta. I'm gonna hold up Counterspell for Giganta. As much as I'm tempted to just put this other Death Shadow out and go for the win next turn. Oh, okay. They're just gonna bolt me now. That's interesting. Well, either way, I can't let this Giganta resolve because I can't swing past it, so it's better to hold up Counterspell. Sheep Brawler. Nishoba. Not Nishiba. Alright, so glad to know that, yeah, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, not something you typically see. Okay, we're at the mercy of our opponent not having another burn spell. Bolt, yep. Alright, 3-2. Probably could have played the mill matchup a little bit better. Made a questionable fetch decision. Really should have fetched before they did the cycling of the fractured sanity. It's likely that they drew into one of those at that time. I mean, I guess they technically still could have done it. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably only get one archive draft if I do that. Anyway, it is what it is. 3-2, not bad, not bad. I guess before jumping into anything else, I mean, is there anything that someone wants to specifically see? I said I talked about the pick your poison um, splash, so I would definitely be down to give that a try if someone would like. Thank you, thank you. Um, I could probably just grab Sonker's list. I think I was pretty comfortable with what that was. Let me see if I can find it. Should be this, I think. Yeah, so this is the list I think I would probably run. Right? It's still the 19 lands, my 2 dress downs. I don't personally like Shoulder's Edict in the main, so I'll probably move that over. Uh, also, don't know if I'll run Spell Snare. All right, sounds good. I mean, this is all being recorded, so you'll be able to watch it back after the stream ends anyway. So, however much you can catch. Oh, right. Yeah, you had asked me about that, and I didn't get back to you. Sorry about that. Yeah, instead of Orcish Bowmaster, oof, that's so tough. They're just so good at doing so much. Um, maybe that 1 mana, I do not remember the name of it for the life of me. It's a new creature in the new set. I think it's like a zombie rogue, maybe. I don't know. It's like a 2/2 for 1 mana that can't block. So at least it's something that can apply a little bit more pressure early on. I mean, it's definitely not a great option. Yeah, is it? Oh, yeah, the minor, right? Is that what it's called? Something minor. Uh, I did have someone on mono black absolutely pop off with that three mana creature from Thunder Junction um, that also cares about crimes. And honestly, I was way more impressed with the card than I intended to be. Um, I don't know if it's a great card for us. I know someone talked about it in a Discord not long ago. So yeah, there's a couple interesting black cards in the new set that I think if you don't have Bullmasters could be a good option. I think I'd blend a level of additional interaction with maybe a creature or two kind of put in. I guess the other thing, I don't know how much they are anymore, but Turok as a main board option isn't terrible. It's like a good interactive spell um, that is also a creature. And the meta, I think, is slowed down enough, and protection from white is pretty nice that I would definitely be putting at least a single Turok in your main as a potential replacement. Okay, yep. I'm going to download this and more or less just run it with some slight changes. Yeah, of course. You're very welcome. Please let me know how it goes. I mean, anytime someone's working with cards that I typically don't necessarily test or use, I'm always interested in finding out, how it goes. I also hope to be able to make these a little bit more entertaining for everyone that's watching. But again, I'm still very new to all of this, and I haven't been able to spend as much time diving into like videos for overlays and just getting stuff that keeps the flow rolling for people. And I'm really trying to be better about interacting as much as I can. But hang in with me, or hang with me, and hopefully I can continue to just make some decent content that's good for you guys. This is a modern deck. Oh, what am I doing? I have to import it. Silly me. Really Oh, I guess I have to grab a couple, pick your poisons. I only have one. Um, yeah, the lands technically don't matter, so with four polluted delta, 3 and 3. Don't like snare. Shoulder's Edict is a sideboard card. Not a fan of Flusterstorm. Uh, you know what? No, I'm gonna keep the Spreading Seas. Go down on a Scolding. Oh, I'm very glad to hear that. Very glad you're able to make it. Check it out. And again, appreciate all the support, commenting, just being a part of what it is that I've been doing. It's been awesome to really just get a lot of positive feedback. Like I've said multiple times, you guys are all awesome. Really appreciate the time and effort that I put into this stuff. So it's awesome to get the good feedback and kind of build a community of people that really like the deck. And on top of that, have them also be able to play it well. So it's been really cool. Mathieu, enjoy your night. Rest easy. Enjoy a wonderful Saturday morning 8 hour or 8 o'clock shift, I should say. All right, so let me go pick up a couple, pick your poisons. And I guess the question is what goes into the main board? Like, do I just run my main board, I guess? Bring back another Drown the Lock? Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, you can do well in a big tournament. Bonne nuit. Um, okay, yeah, you gotta consider. Again, not a big fan of that. And then what's the last card? Oh, the other. Dis. Am I on two dismembers? Pretty sure I'm on two dismembers. Yeah. The only thing I'm kind of cautious on now is, do I want Nihil Spellbomb as my graveyard hate of choice? I don't think that I do, but I don't know that two Turok, or not Turok, Dothy Voidwalkers are good enough. Keep the Nihil Spellbombs for now. Screw it. Oh, Manuel, hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing very well. How are you doing? Looking forward to a long night of Magic and hopefully trying to go on a run like I did for the challenge win. We'll see. It's going to be well into the morning for me, but I got nothing else going on, no responsibilities. So looking forward to just locking in with whoever wants to be a part of it. Okay, sorry. I was just checking my phone for something. All right, so pick your poisons. This is how I would prefer to run the list. Anyone have any other comments or suggestions? Mostly on the sideboard because I really like my main board as it is. Always liked it. Let me just move these over. Any thoughts before I run it? You know what? I could see the damping sphere just being a second EE. Yeah, I'm gonna go that way. I think this is how I'm gonna run it. All right, let's get to splashing. Oh man, yeah, nothing brings me more sadness than when I don't have Break the Ice in the board and I run up against Tron. It is truly, truly just so heartbreaking. Okay, on the draw, no companion, paying attention this time. Yeah, this is a keepable hand. Delighted Halfling with a breeding pool. Uh, some combo deck. maybe. I like creature combo deck. I don't really know. I have not played either. So after this league, I'll give you more of input on what I think about Pick Your Poison and how it played out for me at least. But yeah, I don't know right now. I couldn't give you a proper feedback on that question, Manuel. So let's thought seize. See what my opponent's doing. All right, very, yeah, just a weird. I guess it's just money pile. Probably a Nissa. Fortunately, I had to waste all of those fatal pushes. Fetch land. Bottom that, top that. Try and find a fatal push here. Not a fatal push, but Thoughtseize this interaction that I will. I mean, it's Bolt, unknown card. But yeah, no, I want to be thought seizing. I guess I can get rid of. Okay, Solitude. Goodbye, Solitude. All right. So Shadow. Hopefully they let this resolve first. They do. Thank you, opponent. Shadow. And I am at the full mercy of them not hitting Solitude white card. Or I guess a fetch land. Ah, please. Please don't have Solitude. I feel like I'm getting Thoughtseize bugged and they drew a Thought Solitude off the top. Oh, that's not a Solitude. Hmm. Well, they've got a block, so that's good. Interesting. Okay, so then they definitely have a fetch land because they want to gain the value off of this Nissa to find another elemental. So I definitely get the sense that I'm supposed to dress down in my end step and hold up stubborn denial. But at the same time, they have bolts, they have Nissa. Ah, this is tricky. No, I guess I'll just hold up the Bowmaster. Another Omnath. Okay. So Rest down, stubborn denial is my best play. And so long as they go for the bolts, yeah, they can't have solitude. Yeah, this game's over. No, thank you. All right. So they definitely have leyline binding, so pick your poison seems good enough. Shoulder's Edict for Teferi, more than anything else, really. I don't think I do I care enough about Spreading Seas. They have so many ways to fix their mana. I don't think that I do. Also, 4 pick your poisons or 3 pick your poisons seems a bit excessive. Hmm. Hmm. All right, I'm going to take out 2 counter spells because Teferi, if it lands, is just problematic. And I'd rather not have to sit on counter spells all day just to make sure it doesn't hit. Kind of want to counter Fatal Push, but at the same time, halflings are annoying. I think I want to cut a Consider and a Preordain. I can. I really feel like 3 pick your poisons is excessive. The only thing it really hits is their leyline bindings, right? They don't have anything with flying. You shouldn't anyway. Yeah, I think I'm only gonna do 2. And uh, gets a stubborn Nile trim as well. Got a lot of creatures. This is a very, very bad hand. Very bad hand. This will have to do. Dress down to the bottom. Chalice on 1. Well, thank you, Stubborn Denial, for being in my opening hand. That is incredibly lucky. Sorry, opponent. Top both of those. Fairy. Yeah. Um, actually, because now I'm definitely playing that Shoulder's Edict, I want to hit a land, so maybe I should have just binned it from the get-go. Not sure. Tainted Indulgence isn't quite good enough, at least in my opinion. Um, we don't run enough different mana values to turn it really into. I mean, technically, I think we do. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 7. I guess that is 5 different values, so it can be like just a straight draw. But yeah, I mean, it's not the best card filtering. I'm excited about the new fixed brainstorm. I'm very interested to try that out. I don't want to say an advocate, but I've definitely liked the 3 mana slot to have some type of card advantage, card selection that's good. Nothing's really been quite good enough, but this card seems definitely good. All right, sorry, let me get back to this. Planeswalker, go away to fairy. Onas. Love a fetch land. That's not a fetch land. Bouncing it's just not worth it. So I'm gonna hold counterspell. Thanks, Juan. Appreciate you checking it out. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and if you come back, would love to have you. Always great having you contribute and stay active. Love talking to you. Enjoy your Friday evening. All right, now we will bounce this though. Damn. Definitely regretting not binning that the consider that was on top earlier. It's one card deeper that I could have been. Okay, so they almost certainly have a Solitude in hand. Nice. Okay, perfect. So like Stern Scolding a Solitude, or they don't. I figured they might just hard cast one to get something on the board. Uh, well, as much as I don't want to have to use this fetch land, I do feel like I need to start applying some pressure. So, all right, they don't have interaction. And this is why Orcish Bowmasters is still just so valuable because they have to waste effort. Yeah, sure. If you would like to throw that away, I'm fine. Like it chips in for damage. It's always giving you just a decent board state, or at least interacting in some kind of favorable way 98% of the time. And then your opponent has to burn things like Leyline Bindings on a Orcish Bowmaster instead of the things that actually win you the game more often than not. This is going to. Hmm. Yeah, no, this is going to get. Actually, fetch now so I can Fatal Push. I'm going to let this resolve in Fatal Push. and then counterspell whatever the hell it is that they have coming next, and just not let this Nissa put something else into their hand. Sure. Teferi. Solitude in hand. Well, here's where Pick Your Poison is going to do some nice work. Um, Pick Your Poison, yes. I would wait. Oh, it's sorcery speed. Damn it! Did not know that. I guess it would have been super busted at instant. Um, yeah, Pick Your Poison. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment. Prismatic ending, sure. Solitude. That's not Solitude. Dress down. I would love if they pitch cast a Solitude right now with Dress Down, but they won't. Hmm. Guess I'll Thoughtseize. Leyline Binding. Not looking super great. I also needlessly took 2 damage, so that's all me. All right, you enjoy your night. Thanks for checking things out, and hopefully you'll see me on a bit later or sometime on Sunday for the challenge. Appreciate you taking the time to check things out. Uh, Come on, man. So I can Master down the Teferi. Goodbye. One life in a dream. Not feeling great about it, but we'll see. Another on math. Okay. Okay. We're strong cards. Ping you. Solitude. Yeah. Solitude. 9 life in a dream. Hmm. All right. Let's go Brazen Borrower. Do your thing. Orc Army token. Really coming in clutch. It's fine. One card in hand. Appears to be nothing useful. Must be a fetch land that they're holding. Should I want to play super aggressive? Not really. Leyline Binding. Yep. Not much I can do about that right now. Token. Makes Pick Your Poison a hell of a lot worse. Go away. Solitude. As of right now, winning the race. Very much winning the race. No, this attack sucks into Solitude. What do they have? One Solitude down, two Solitudes down, 30 cards left. So, I mean, I guess if they have Solitude, though, then I want to do it now so this Murktide region can resolve without any issues. Two, three, four, five. All right, opponent. See if you can draw yourself out of this one. Paying for costs. It's a good card. Solitude in the Exile Zone. Brutal. 3 Solitudes. In the top 33 cards. Renin 6? Come on, man. Come on. This is artifacts, enchantments, and creature with flying, so Not good. Wow. Well, you drew yourself out of it. Yep. City Sewer, please. What a good card on top. Yeah. Ping down the Solitude. I mean, hopefully they use the Ren and 6 first. Maybe I'm just. Do I care about Ren and 6? I take out Ren and 6, I'm blocking with Bowmaster and a token. But if I don't take out Ren and 6, it's just going to sit there. And I lose the Bowmaster the next turn anyway. So another expressive iteration. You only got 25 cards in your deck left. You're probably going to hit a lot of good ones. I've only got 28 though. I don't think I've seen a single Death Shadow. Very sure. Solitude number 4. Times when you got it going on, you got it going on. I will take 3. Wow. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lands out of the deck. Seems like a very, very bad draw. I don't know if I like Pick Your Poison in this matchup. I'm going to bring a stub back in. Drop to 1 Pick Your Poison. It's just not worth for 4 Leyline bindings. Oh, this is tempting. Boy. I mean, the chances I get to my second land are pretty high for turn 2. I'm able to Thoughtseize. I think I'm going to keep it. It's very risky. It's not a great matchup either, so graveyard. All right, I need to find land. Perfect. It'll push. Oh, did they keep a 1-lander? Nope. That's not land. That is, though. Just enough. All right, so Thoughtseize to see what's going on. Ring Ring Solitude. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yep. All right. Just hope I can draw some counter spells at this point to interact with those one rings one after the other. Uh, hmm. So I can get a 1/1 shadow in a Murktide region that just absolutely bombs if they have Solitude. Or I can try and hit Counterspell and just put out a Murktide region for next turn. I think that's the better play. Well, turns out it's just land anyway, so. Alright. We will put out 2 creatures, and I will leave myself susceptible to the unfortunate demise of Solitude if they have it and can pitch for it. Kind of feel like I need to be able to get a little rush on here. Not much going on. Just hope my opponent doesn't find 3 left. That's the one. Okay, well, what a good of a draw as I'm going to get. Just another One Ring? Okay, that's fine. Counterspell. Holy. All right. I'm dead to a lot of things. Oh, no, I should not be yielding. Turn off auto yields. So Teferi would suck. That's not Teferi. That's fine. So I assume they're still digging for a Solitude, which they do not hit. Another One Ring, though. Holy crap. This is getting annoying. Draw cards. Sheoldred's Edict. Go away. We are staying alive somehow. Fetch land. Yep. Oh, come on. Do you have Solitude? There's no way you don't have Solitude. Bouncing the One Ring. I can't do anything, so yield through turn. Wow. Very. I mean, if you have Solitude, I'm just dead anyway, so. You don't. Perfect. That's fine. Another Teferi. Alright. Sure. At this point, there is no way I'm catching up to what's going on. Solitude. Goodbye. Just brutal. Just brutal. On the draw. It's pretty mediocre. I think I'm going to keep it. Priority. Want both of those. I mean, the only thing I have to worry about, I guess, is I get dashed Ragavan potentially. So because of that, I want this one so they can't thought seize me. Yawgmoth. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Excuse me. um, yeah. Preordain. Bottom both. Get it around the lock anyway. That's fine. Okay, well, my opponent has nothing going on, so that's great news. I guess they do have a Dryad Arbor, but I can just drown that. So, oh, Okay, well, now they've got a lot going on. Come on, man. Great draw. Great, great draw. So I want to Bowmaster ping when they go to do this, and then hold up Fatal Push for the Dryad Arbor that I'm sure they're going to play out. I do want to shock myself because if I draw a Death Shadow, I'd like to be able to play it out. If only this Grist wasn't just insane amounts of value. But, I mean, whatever. Unfortunate they can give it Undying. So Dryad Arbor, they go for the Halfling. It's interesting. My opponent wouldn't say they're playing super tight. Maybe a little too aggressive here. Be able to Bowmaster down that Dryad Arbor and attack Grist. And I draw land so that I've got interaction. Everything is coming up me right now. So if they make a token and do nothing else, I'm going to drown a token. Uh, that's fine. Maybe they've learned to hold off on the Soul Cauldron. No, they have not. All right, that's a little too many lands. Little too many lands there, deck. Death Shadow. Perfect. I will top that. I will swing everything at Grist. And I think I'm tempted to dress down and play out the Shadow. I think that's what I'm going to do. Got two Bowmasters, so even if they start trying to do some Yawgmoth stuff, I can ping down a Grist. Yeah, I mean, overall feeling pretty okay about this spot, unless they have some serious gas in their hand now. Endurance. Me? Yep. There's the overgrown tomb, so one unknown card left in their hand. Well, it's pretty good. That is better. I will think just fetch an island. Do not want to start dying to some like Strangleroot Geists or anything like that. Uh, Send it grist, send it grist. I think I have to full send it grist, which isn't great. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting decision. Halfling. Grist. Make a token. Man, Agatha's Soul Cauldron is just absolute gas. Mill over. What? Oh, is this an insect? Oh, yeah. Bowmaster. I guess I'll just ping this down so I can swing. Not looking good. Yawgmoth is just the absolute worst matchup. So much grind. So much grind. What is this? 2-3? Whatever. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is pretty ugly. I guess Pick Your Poison has a decent amount of value here. Well, decent enough, I suppose. All right, I'm not playing through this. There's no point in continuing this pain. Um, Stubborn Denial is terrible. Actually, I don't know, like poison's good enough. I don't quite know that it's good enough. Uh, yep. Young Wolf. Consider. Oh man, that really sucks to have to put in my graveyard, but I'm going to. Yep. I guess I'm gonna consider now. Forgot about Bowmasters. Top this. I have Shoulder's Edict for a Grist. I guess a Soul Cauldron. Boy, that's annoying. Yep. Oh, just gonna be mana efficient and push that once. Filter the top first. Another Preordain. That's excessive. All right. Um, Top both of these. Go ahead. Sure. So go push this. Oh, are you kidding me? Endurance? Come on. Wow. All right. Fetch and shock. Push this endurance. Hold up Tidebinder. Grist. Yep. So I think I'm going to tide binder this as much as I want to tide bind this Soul Cauldron. Just don't want them having anything. And then they have the Dryad Arbor. Damn it. Consider if I find a fatal push. Well, that's not how you consider. Bring in any of the pick your poisons, right? No. Yeah. I'm going to consider no. Preordain. Pop both. Shouldred's Edict. Spell bomb. I guess I want to do this now. They can't play another endurance. Let's not be an idiot about it. Although they would have definitely already done it, but still not going to give them another opportunity. Yeah, just keep pressuring them. They have Orcish Bowmaster. It kind of sucks. Cord for one. Sure. Another halfling. Not going to consider. Do not want Bowmaster to be that last card in hand. Now I can consider. So I'm going to attack with both. I can push one. No, I guess I just attack him with Murktide Regent. Not be an idiot. 2-turn clock no matter what. So I can use this Nihil Spellbomb to make this have Revolt. Deal. I mean, I feel pretty good about where I'm at right now. Again, will not consider. Just want to use it as a reactionary spell if needed. It looks like this is another endurance, perhaps. Cord for endurance. Yeah, that's fine. You do no one, that's fine. Oh, that's my upkeep. Oh, I'll just keep that. Don't even need to use the spell bomb. Okay, that's good. Don't think I want to make any changes going into being on the draw. Yeah, no. No, I'm good with that. This is terrible. This I will keep. Think I'll put Otawara back for now. I'd like to draw it later. Okay. I think I'll hold up Scolding and then consider. You might have Bowmaster. I think I'm just gonna hold up Scolding in general. Oh, I will scold that. Will I? Yeah, I think I will. Ah, don't have to have Grist. Come on. What's it gonna be? No, you can have the Wall of Roots. Keep that. All right, so Thoughtseize Scolding, I think, is the better line than play out the Nihil Spell Bomb here. Yeah. So take Grist. Hope they go for the Yawgmoth. Well, that's super annoying. So in this case, I would like to scold that. And they have 4. Still have 4. So I want to use that Fatal Push for the Yawgmoth. Bowmaster down that Dryad Arbor. Oh yeah, Chord of Calling. Yeah, makes sense. Chord for one. Another halfling. Interesting. Fatal Push is the last card. Okay. Got Shock. What is it? Bowmaster with Fatal Push. I think so. Which Bowmaster? Ping you. Ping you again. Grist. Nope, another Yawgmoth. Okay. God, not looking good again. They have top decked extremely well, and I've seen a lot of cards. A lot of cards. So it's fine. I'll take two. Children's Edict, not super good in this instance. So I think I have to just hope they don't hit Grist. That seems bad. Seems bad, but I think that's where I'm at. Just no Grist, please. Sure. Okay. Young Wolf, not ideal. will respond. Ah, they definitely hit grist. Brutal, man. No, no, okay, they did not. Oh, can they just loop this? Yep. All right, land would be great. Bounce the Vizier. Shoulders Edict away the Yawgmoth. And it is really annoying just how much value the Yawgmoth decks have. Absolutely absurd that they've gotten themselves basically out of what they were in. So much card draw. Land. Hmm. I think I'm just supposed to be mana efficient. Cast Children's Edict. And yeah, gonna be aggressive. Grist. Endurance. Fine. Have they not hit a grist yet? There's a very small chance I can win this. All right. Counterspell. Oh no. Fatal push. Well, chances they have some type of removal for this Death Shadow is very high. Yep. Good game. Not not loving this. and I cannot get the play. I cannot get the play. Oh well, it's a good hand. Otawara. Crumbling. This is this. What is this? Very weird Titan deck. Yeah, I guess it's not weird. It's just strange that those are the cards that they opened with, I guess. Gonna filter the top of my deck with Undercity Sewers. Excuse me. I guess I'll take this. Just holding up Counterspell anyway. I mean, this is a pretty good hand against Titan. Dress down is pretty clutch, so long as I can Counterspell Titan or whatever they try to do. Don't feel like I'm in too bad of a spot. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. No. Consider. Need a land. Okay. All right. So long as I don't get Thoughtseize bugged, can't Thoughtseize the top of your opponent's deck, I should be in an okay spot. This dress down is going to come in pretty clutch against multiple Urza Sagas. Can I find a land? I mean, there we go. Pop both of those. Shocking Watery Grave. Hold up Dismember, push. In case they are able to get Titan and do something weird off of the amulet they're going to get. Yep. Okay, just another token. Boreal Grazer. Very surprised. I guess if they can bounce it. But that was going to be problematic with my Murktide Regent, so very happy that they've decided to play that out for now at least. Take 3, say goodbye to Grazer. Uh, I'll force them to have to bounce. And because of that, I will make this as small as I can. then I can just play it out after once I've disposed of what I've got in my hand here. I really want them to commit to a full board of constructs if I can. Triad. Yeah. So dismember. Hold on. If I dismember, I'm just dead. Just dead. So I can't do that. They are going to get to bounce the Otawara. Yep. All right. Well, I'm gonna take 6 and fatal push the Dryad. Nothing I can stub, so I'm gonna preordain. I do play one ring, so oh crap, I want to play that out. Q. Yep. Commit. That's the commitment we're looking for. Whoops. That's not a blue pip. The added bonus of stopping a Titan trigger. Other Saga? I would have to think. Or they only play 2? Nope. Another Saga. Oh, I thought I still had an Undercity Sewers available to me. Whoops. Well. Let's tell the Summoner's Pact. Counterspell a Titan. We're all feeling pretty good. Unfortunately, that Saga is going to be a 2-2 when it comes down, so all right. It's enough land. Hmm. So I'll dismember here. That way there, if I draw a Murktide Regent, I can swing in for the win. Just not quite enough. Yep, both sage you away. Okay. So apparently Pick Your Poison is very good against Urza's Saga, which makes a lot of sense. I'm definitely gonna bring them in. Seems maybe excessive amounts of boarding, but that's fine. Counter spells, I will drop 2 of those. Preordain, Stubs, drop 2 Fatal Push. Should I drop? I think I'm happy with that. I will keep this kind of below average, but Thoughtseize with multiple forms of interaction for the key things they're looking to do, and the mana to be able to do it. I will definitely take it. Plus some bodies for pressure. Pick your poison. That's a great draw. Great draw. All right, well, now I'm going to make sure they get rid of that Saga. Just kind of leave them with whatever. Another great draw. Enchantment. So they will have endurance. Which I mean, I can just dismember. It's not the end of the world. Oh, interesting. Well, that's an even better dismember target. So they have to play the Grill Turf. I'm just going to fetch down an island just to be safe. I could die to some Urza Saga's constructs. right. That shock, shadow, hold up, petty theft. This game really should be over. Yep. Okay. I will be right back. All right, back. Sorry about that. Hey Juan. Sorry, I don't know when you asked me that. It's been all right. It's been all right. Yawgmoth kind of felt just brutal, as it sometimes can. But all in all, I don't know. I mean, I'm still not super massive on the splash. I mean, absolutely obliterated Amulet Titan, but that's always been a good matchup. So just making it better doesn't really speak to me in any way that I care about personally. But oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I will fetch island dismember. Flooding out a bit. Yeah, auto can resolve. Like a bowmaster. Okay, hold back. The counterspell bowmaster, probably just going to. Hmm, yeah, block here. And then. No, I'm just going to block here. I can't let a Scion of Draco resolve. Tribal Flames. No. If you have a Leyline Binding, that's fine. Oh, Bolt, also fine. I'll just under City Sewers and hold on to this. Stubborn Denial. If I find a big enough creature, that's good. But I don't think so. Need a better draw. There's a good draw. Just gonna push this. Only got 2 cards in hand. Obviously, if they have a Territorial Kavu, that's a bit problematic and a terrible decision, but doesn't feel like they have much going on at this point, and they're not putting Giganta in their hand, so a little confused. A lot of lands. Okay. Otawara. Alright, so Murktide Region told up Bowmaster. Generally, I mean, they probably have binding. They just haven't been doing anything. Maybe not. Wow. Plus, they just give up. Weren't even dead on board. Pick your poison. That is where this matchup is good. Edict, I guess Spreading Seas might be interesting. That's probably it. Bowmaster, Dress Down, or Drown the Lock, I should say. Preordain. Preordain. I think I take another Drown. It's just not that great. Um, Trim on a counter spell. And Thoughtseize. This is pretty mediocre on the draw. Better. Watery Grave back. Go. Very good draw. Very happy to see that. I'm going to hold up Consider with Stubborn Denial. Doesn't make sense to preordain. Great. It is fine by me. Tide Regent. All right. I have to use Pick Your Poison here, and then I will preordain. No reason to hold up Stubborn Denial under the circumstances. That's going to be used for leyline bindings for future turns that I assume they're going to have. A artifact, please. Death Shadow Island. Top that just in case they go for a Dash Dragavan. I will take a land, but I also don't mind losing one. Don't want to give my opponent something they can have. Coddle. This is Mountain Plains Swamp. All right, so I want to Spreading Seas that. Turns off their white mana, at least for now. Yeah, flow white, sure. Okay, and I get to have Death Shadow, Murktide Region, and Stubborn Denial next turn. It's pretty good. 4 mana. What is this? Oh, well, I'm just going to stub that because that gives them access to Leyline Binding again. Thank you. Oh, and they just give it up. All right. Wonderful. All right. I can definitely see why people like Pick Your Poison for that matchup. Very strong. Very strong. Uh, I slightly modified his list. Yes, I switched around a few sideboard things. I personally don't like what is it? Shoulder's Edict in the main. It's not a card I personally want to have in my main board, so I moved that to the side. I more or less kept the typical 60 that I like to play myself, and then took the 3 Pick Your Poisons, have his Spreading Seas in the sideboard. I dropped a Stern Scolding, and uh, what else was there? Was an artifact. Damping Sphere was there, and I feel like I dropped one other thing to make it all work. But otherwise, yeah, it's just his list. Uh, boy, 5 games in a row on the draw. I think because I am on the draw and this has so much interaction, I'm going to keep this. Ethan, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hopefully, this ends up being entertaining for however long you're here. Are you a part of Mike's Discord? Wow, okay, Sultai Vengevine. Boy. All right, well, that's a very good draw for this matchup then, all things considered. I don't even really want to be thought seizing that much, but I kind of feel like I have to. Rotting rats, what the hell is that? Well, whatever. Oh, okay. Nice. Nice to meet you, Ethan. Yeah, I see you're active a lot of places, which is always great to see people that are passionate about the deck and Death Shadow as a whole. Discard a card. For whatever reason, I really feel like Stubborn Denial isn't going to be valuable whatsoever here, so go away. All right, so Vengevine and Calling Turn, is that their hand? There's a land. All right. Nice. That Shadow, need the pressure. How long have you been on Shadow, Ethan? I'm going to take one. I intend on just fetching for an Undercity Sewers here. I want to be able to try and find a third land. I will take a second Death Shadow. I will definitely take a second Death Shadow. Death Shadow. Wow, okay. Another Vengevine. 3 Vengevines in the top 14 cards of their library. Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, I started playing back in Kaladesh, so I just missed the Git Probe days of being able to play Shadow with Git Probe. I'm sure that was a lot of fun. Oh, wow, I was wrong. Stubborn Denial was going to be meaningful. Um, this is fine. My opponent is just dead. Just dead. Spellbomb. Happy to have those. Other than that, though, not convinced I want anything else in the sideboard. Maybe Spreading Seas. Yeah, no, I don't. Git Probe definitely not a card that should exist, but basically having what at that time it was a 48 card deck essentially would have been pretty sweet. Hmm. Yeah, I think this is it. I just don't want two Thoughtseize. Oh, Dredge. Oh man. Shadow Dredge matchup just I think we've gotten a lot more good stuff to deal with it, but if you're not prepared for that matchup, holy shit, is it just the worst. It is brutal. But Dredge has fallen off the map. Love that someone at your locals is just dedicated to it. Yeah, this is obviously a keep, no question about it. Okay, creatures are gonna have flying, but I've got an Nihil Spellbomb, so that's fine. I assume they play some type of artifact hate, so I'm actually just gonna hold off for a turn here. It might end up kicking me in the teeth, but that's fine. All into the graveyard. You got it. Island. Keep that. Yep. Spellbomb now. Thank you very much. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm hoping the challenge goes well and can put up another result for all the shadow players to get stoked on. And yeah, very much appreciate you stopping by. Probably going to stream Sunday as well for the super qualifier. So if you're around, feel free to check it out. Or if you're playing in it, then might see you in there. Have a great night, man. Gravecrawler. Yep. Gravecrawler. Yep. Grief. Really? Okay. Wasn't expecting grief. Hello. Thanks for stopping in, first and foremost, Enigma Games. I guess it depends. Are you playing Dimir Shadow or a different variation of Shadow? Thanks, Ethan. Dimir Shadow, is it more or less? I don't know if you've seen any of the results that I've posted, but is it similar to my 75 or 60 at least? I kind of just need to get a general sense of the list you're running so I can make some informed commentary. All right, well, man. Originally, I really wanted to just ping down a Gravecrawler and push the other one. What are the chances they have more zombies available to them? Is this thing a zombie? No. Uh, yeah, I think I'm going to do that and just hope they don't hit zombie. This sucks otherwise, but I'm just gonna do it. Oh, zombie, please. Okay, so my typical list also does not splash green. I'm just testing it because so many people have asked me about it. Yeah, okay, nice. Well, 0-2 to a 3-2 with bad matchup in Yawgmoth and them just having all of the gas for their wins. I'll take that. But yeah, so let me just pop up my, I guess, more traditional. Like this is what I've pretty much been comfortable playing any tournament that I've gotten into. I think I'm going to change out the Sauron's Ransoms. Um, but otherwise, like my 60 stage virtually unchanged. Hasn't for quite a while. Basically, just mess around with the sideboard. Um, so yeah, I guess okay, so tips and tricks, but is there anything that you feel you're particularly struggling with or scenarios that you've observed that are causing you to lose games to your awareness at least? Because I will say, I mean, the biggest thing, well, I'm sure you're typing something up right now. The biggest thing that I can contribute to a lot of my success is A, of course, I've exclusively played this deck, so I know it more or less like the back of my hand, which helps a tremendous amount in a format like Modern. I know the general format pretty well unless I take a substantial break, which does happen from time to time, just because I'm busy doing other stuff, not so much because I necessarily want to. And the biggest thing that I can say is learning your sideboarding for every matchup or getting comfortable with a very specific plan that makes success happen more often than not, or that you feel has led to more success, um, can make a significant impact and difference in a deck like Dimir Shadow, being kind of a control deck at our core with some big haymakers to finish the game out. I mean, we can obviously be aggro from time to time, but the list has changed to being a list that can power out a turn 2 Death Shadow and just start swinging to really a deck that wants to control the board state as much as possible, disrupt your opponent in as many effective ways as possible, build out a game plan through knowing your opponent's hand and thought seizing, and just over time, turn 4, 5, 6 is really where all of the work in the first 3 turns build into wins and losses. So you got to have good opening hands, know what's a keep, know when to put something back. Obviously, there's risks that you can take, um, but sideboarding and being able to maneuver the first 2 to 3 turns to success, knowing what you have and what your opponent's likely trying to do, is in my opinion what helps increase win percentage with the deck. On top of again, really just knowing the deck in and out as much as you possibly can. Um, Struggle with counters. Good hand, but I would anyway. Um, yeah, I mean I think that's you ask any person who leans into more, I think, of the control side of a deck. Doesn't matter what variation of control you play, learning how to be good with permission spells is extremely important. You might like, I don't know when you jumped on, but there are definitely opportunities where if someone resolves, say, like a creature spell that you're likely to have an answer to, whether if you don't have it necessarily in your hand right now, there's a very realistic chance that you're going to find it in the next couple of turns. So unless that creature that they're trying to cast is literally going to win the game over the next turn or two, if it's not countered, those are obviously instances that you want to get comfortable just allowing something to resolve because it makes more sense knowing that your opponent has something much more valuable that they're likely to cast in the coming turns. So I guess that just comes back to knowing the meta, knowing the deck you're up against, and trusting your own deck to find ways out of the situations that you can put yourself in if you're being lenient with your permission, or maybe what would look like lenient with your permission, but in reality you're playing to your outs as effectively as possible. Um, but I think that's just repetition and yeah, getting comfortable in my mind at least. You know, other people might have different experiences or different opinions, and if you're a part of any of the discords that I link to my channels, whether that be Mike's Control Freak Discord or the Shadow Cabal, I think there's a lot of obviously very talented people that are dedicated to Shadow as a whole there, and a lot of people, very talented people dedicated to Dimir Shadow that love the deck and want to continue getting better with it and share a lot of ideas. So if you're not in there, I'd highly recommend getting in there and asking questions. I'm certainly not the only person who can speak to the list or the deck as a whole. I would highly encourage getting as many ideas and opinions from them as possible if you're not in there. Yeah, I would definitely think it might be a lack of knowledge of how your opponent is trying to win. I would have to obviously see your gameplay to know for sure, but typically scenarios like that, if you feel like you're wasting or running out of counter spells, it is likely, other than your opponent just drawing nothing but gas, it's likely leading to you choosing to counter the wrong spells and not fully understanding that the deck can deal with certain things if you let that certain thing resolve, right? I don't know if I explained that super well, but more or less kind of the opinion from my perspective. All right, I'm going to step away for, yeah, people are fantastic in the Discord. It's all great. It's all great fun in there, and I mean, I love what Mike's been able to build, and the fact that he's been able to let others like myself help kind of build themselves up off of his success and all of the effort that he's put in. Control Freak Discord's fantastic. A lot of incredible, talented pilots in there that just love Shadow and obviously love what Mike's built. And I look forward to having Mike come back and stream. I think hopefully he'll be back in once MH3 drops, because he's a lot of fun to watch. But for the meantime, hopefully I can be a good fill-in for any of those people that typically watch him. But yeah, no, lots of great people in the Discord. So if you're not active in there, Enigma, I would highly recommend speak to as many people as you can in there. A lot of talented pilots building great results and changing the deck in a way that makes sense to their play style and what they see get wins. This is definitely not a list that I think you find a 75 and it's guaranteed to be the perfect 75 every single time. There's a lot of learning what your play style with this type of deck is, and then building the 75 to your particular play style that's obviously going to answer the general meta that you expect, right? So Magic at the end of the day is a lot of uh, going in and expecting to build a deck based off of expectation, and wins and losses can happen right there too at the same time, right? Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to step away just for a little bit. I've got to eat before this challenge boots up, and I don't want to be chewing in everyone's ears. So I'm going to step away for probably like 10 minutes and be right back. So hopefully you guys that are still in here decide to come back and check out the challenge. Leading up to the challenge, I don't know, I'm going to probably go over this list. This is what I intend on generally running. I might make a couple changes to the sideboard, but again, I feel pretty confident in the 60 that I have. Um, so we can talk through that if anyone has any ideas or things that could potentially be of interest that I've not considered or maybe I haven't tried before that could be interesting. I'm always down to do that. Because yeah, the 15 I'm not as okay. Well, hey, nice talking to you, Enigma. Good luck, and hope to see you around more often. And let me know if you have any other questions. Please, again, join the Discords. Let other people know if you've got questions. But good luck with the deck. Enjoy your night. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to step away. I will be back and we will get into this challenge. For all of you guys that have been hanging out for this entire time or coming in and leaving and coming back, really appreciate you guys hanging out. So be back soon.